In the early morning haze of the 18th of June, 2023, as the world went about its business, a group of 5 intrepid souls prepared for a journey unlike any other. Their destination: the eerie depths of the Atlantic Ocean, the final resting place of the Titanic, the very same historical leviathan that had met its tragic fate nearly a century prior. They boarded the advanced vessel named Titan, not merely a submarine but a high-tech submersible, designed for the most daring of underwater expeditions. Such adventures come at a premium. Each participant had parted with an astonishing sum of over 20 million rupees for just a few fleeting hours beneath the waves. The Titanic's haunting wreckage lay hidden, cradled in the ocean's depths, precisely 3,810 meters below the tranquil surface. As Titan began its descent into this abyss, it embarked on a 2-hour-long journey to reach its destination. Every quarter of an hour, as if taking a breath, Titan would send out a signal to its guardian vessel on the ocean's surface, the Polar Prince. This beacon was more than just a routine transmission. It was Titan's lifeline, its sole connection to the world above. But on that fateful day, just short of 2 hours into their journey, an ominous silence enveloped the Polar Prince. Titan's regular signal, expected and awaited, was conspicuously absent. The hours ticked by, and as evening approached, the crew aboard the Polar Prince grew increasingly restless. By late afternoon, when the submersible should have made its triumphant return, the seas remained undisturbed, devoid of any trace of the Titan. As twilight turned to night, the anxious team aboard the Polar Prince made the harrowing decision to alert the U.S. Coast Guard, catapulting them into a frantic 4-day international search. The world watched in bated breath as fleets of aircraft, armadas of ships, and high-tech robotic vehicles scoured the vastness of the ocean. Speculations ran rampant. Questions hung in the air like a thick fog. What could have possibly befallen the passengers of the Titan? Amidst the desperate search, a chilling revelation from the U.S. Coast Guard emerged, pointing to fragments retrieved from the ocean floor. Their analysis painted a grim picture. The wreckage bore the unmistakable signs of a catastrophic breach of the pressure chamber. A commentator mournfully remarked, "The same pride and audacity that once led the Titanic to its grave may have similarly sealed the fate of those aboard the Titan." As the narrative unfolds, one is reminded of the importance of discerning content consumption, especially in a digital era teeming with distractions. For it is by immersing oneself in such enlightening tales that one truly grasps the intricacies of our world. And speaking of understanding, to better harness one's time and productivity, Dhruv Rathi Academy offers an exceptional course in time management, a practical step-by-step guide to refining your daily routine. Those who have embraced its teachings have attested to its transformative effects. For those interested, the limited-time offer awaits, but act swiftly, as only the initial 400 seekers will benefit from this opportunity. Now, with an invigorated perspective, let us delve deeper into the enigma of Titan's vanishing act. Its last known location was in the vast expanses of the Atlantic Ocean, specifically 600 kilometers from Newfoundland, Canada. Here, amidst the obsidian waters, the shattered remnants of the Titanic lie, eerily split in two. Their distance from each other, a vast 800 meters, bears testament to the sheer force of its tragic end. But as the Titan descended into this realm, what mysteries did it uncover? What secrets of the deep ensnared this modern marvel? The answers remain submerged, but the quest for truth is relentless. To the uninitiated, the terms submarine and submersible may seem nearly identical, often interchangeably used by many. Yet, as our journey into the enigma of the Titan's disappearance continues, it is crucial to understand this distinction. While submarines are self-powered behemoths, capable of venturing and re-emerging from the ocean's embrace on their own, submersibles are different. They rely heavily on a guardianship, a sentinel from above, to escort them into the depths and to summon them back. In the case of our elusive Titan, that ever-watchful guardian was none other than the Polar Prince. The intricate dance between submersible and ship is orchestrated by meticulous hands. Enter OceanGate, a pioneering company helmed by its dynamic CEO, Stockton Rush. Once an aerospace engineer, Stockton made an audacious pivot in 2009 to establish OceanGate. The company's primary mission was nothing short of extraordinary: to whisk affluent adventurers into the abyss, showcasing the ocean's secrets that few have dared to witness. "The experience we offer," Stockton explained, "is not just passive observation. Our travelers are integral to the dive, managing sonar communications, capturing images, and gathering pivotal data." OceanGate's meteoric rise began in July of 2021 when it unveiled its most ambitious offering: expeditions to the very heart of the Titanic's resting place. Their repertoire wasn't limited to the Titanic alone. As per their digital records, they also tantalized thrill seekers with explorations of submerged relics near the Azores and the Bahamas. OceanGate's fleet boasted 3 magnificent submersibles: the Antipodes, designed to delve 304 meters deep; the Cyclops, venturing down to 500 meters; and then the Piece de Resistance, Titan, capable of reaching staggering depths of 4,000 meters. It was this unmatched capability that rendered Titan the sole vessel capable of paying homage to the Titanic. To truly fathom the vastness and perils of these depths, one need only refer to a vivid chart crafted by the Washington Post. Picture this: the average man stands at 6 feet tall. The infamous iceberg that sealed the Titanic's fate towered at 100 feet above water, its submerged mass exponentially greater. Recreational divers, braving the depths, can only reach about 130 feet. Delve deeper, past 650 feet, and you enter the ethereal twilight zone, where sunlight merely whispers. Further down, at 1,600 feet, lies the record for humanity's deepest rescue mission. Even deeper, 2,600 feet down, the hauntingly enigmatic giant squids prowl, their very presence evoking imagery of extraterrestrial beings. Venture past the 3,800-foot mark, and the abyss engulfs you, where sunlight dares not tread, and the temperature plummets to a chilly 4 degrees Celsius. Here, the Titanic's wreckage lies sprawled on the ocean floor, 12,500 feet beneath the surface. At these depths, the pressure is a crushing force, almost 400 times that experienced on land. Thus, any vessel brave enough to explore these realms must be a marvel of engineering. The Titan's very viewport, the lens through which adventurers would glimpse the deep, was the largest ever installed in a privately owned submersible. Compact yet efficient, the Titan could accommodate only 5 souls. Its main body, or hull, sculpted from carbon fiber, was complemented by sturdy titanium cafs. Stretching out to 6.7 meters, this behemoth weighed over 10,400 kilograms. Its design boasted 4 agile electric thrusters, powering its descent and dance amidst the watery wonders. Yet, as we delve deeper into this tale, one cannot help but wonder, with such robust design and unparalleled capability, what could have possibly silenced the mighty Titan? Beyond the constraints of the mundane world, amidst the vastness of the deep blue, the Titan made its remarkable journey, driven by technology that marries modern innovation with unrelenting human spirit. While it might sound like a fantastical tale straight out of a science fiction novel, the Titan was navigated using a video game controller. The incredulity this fact might invoke is quelled by the revelation that even the U.S. Navy steers its periscopes and submarines in a similar manner, harnessing the familiarity of Xbox controllers. Thus, the Titan's pilot, seamlessly integrated with the depths of the ocean, guided the submersible through digital means reminiscent of a virtual world. The interiors of the Titan bore minimalism, with seats notably absent. However, in a nod to human necessity, a compact toilet was provided adjacent to the expansive viewport. It was, though, devoid of any barriers, prompting occupants to rely on mutual respect and decorum. To utilize the facility, they would quip. Others might turn towards the mesmerizing sights outside, or lose themselves in the world displayed on a TV screen, accompanied by the comforting strains of music. Owing to the extreme depths the Titan ventured into, GPS navigation was rendered obsolete. Communication links with their vigilant guardian, the support ship, hinged on a text messaging framework. Though the specifics of the internet connection employed remain hazy, past communiques from OceanGate hint at the use of Starlink's satellite services. On the fateful day of June 18th, the Titan bore the weight of dreams and aspirations of 5 individuals. The roster comprised the adventurous Hamish Harding, a 58-year-old British magnate. His accolades included 3 Guinness World Records and previous expeditions to the South Pole alongside astronaut Buzz Aldrin. He once dived into the abyss of the Mariana Trench and even soared to the skies as part of Blue Origin's suborbital flight, a venture of Jeff Bezos' space exploration company. Joining him was the septuagenarian Paul Henry Nargeolet, a former commander of the French Navy with a commendable record of 37 dives to the Titanic wreck. He also held the esteemed position of the Director of Underwater Research for RMS Titanic. The 3rd and 4th seats were occupied by Shahzada Dawood, a prominent British-Pakistani entrepreneur, and his young son Sulan. Family whispers revealed that the young lad had initial reservations, but love for his father and a desire to share this unparalleled journey prompted his participation. Throughout the voyage, disciplined communication was maintained with the Polar Prince at 15-minute intervals. This rhythmic contact was abruptly severed at 11:15 in the morning. The subsequent silence raised no immediate alarms, as the Titan was expected to resurface by 4:30 in the afternoon. In the unfortunate event of the submersible getting ensnared in the ocean's grasp, onboard mechanisms allowed the occupants to tilt and maneuver, propelling it upward. The principle rested upon adjusting the ballasts. These were quintessential elements, once simple stones or sandbags in days of yore, now water-filled tanks that dictated the buoyancy and stability of modern submersibles. Yet, as the clock struck 4:30 in the afternoon, and the Titan remained conspicuously absent, worry began to creep in. Hours turned to dusk, and by 7:10 in the evening, with no sign of the Titan, the Polar Prince relayed their concerns to the U.S. Coast Guard. What ensued was a dramatic race against time itself. With a mere 96 hours, or 4 days, worth of oxygen left, the world held its breath for the Titan and its occupants. The unforgiving hands of time ticked away. With a mere 4-day window to find and potentially save the Titan's passengers, rescuers were acutely aware of the monumental challenges they faced. Historically, ships are often equipped with an emergency position indicating radio beacon, or EPIRV, acting as a beacon to pinpoint their exact location in case of an emergency. Strikingly, the Titan lacked such a safety mechanism. Compounding the dire situation, there lay another grim revelation. The design of the Titan ensured that, even if it had somehow floated back to the surface, the passengers inside would remain trapped, gradually succumbing to oxygen deprivation. The Titan's hatch was an intricate fortress of security, fastened from the outside with 17 formidable bolts. This meant that escape was impossible from within, regardless of the submersible's position. The hatch is sealed from the outside. There's simply no alternative exit, stated the crew. The enormity of the search area exacerbated the situation. A sprawling 25,000 square kilometers, tantamount to 7 Gome states combined. To put the daunting task into perspective, the task was akin to locating a van within this vast expanse. Notably, the deepest known successful underwater rescue mission prior to this event had only reached a depth of 480 meters in the early 70s. Yet, in the face of adversity, international collaboration sparked hope. The initial rescue effort consisted of aircraft from both the United States and Canada, deploying advanced sonar technology to detect any potential signals emanating from the Titan's depths. Parallelly, a trio of ships initiated a surface-level search, soon joined by additional vessels rallying to the cause. Further intensifying the search, remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs, came into play. Essentially underwater drones, these devices are not manned but possess the capability to delve deep and scout the marine terrains. 3 such ROVs were diligently seeking the Titan. The third day of the relentless search bore a glimmer of hope. The Canadian aircraft, through its advanced sonar, picked up intermittent banging noises reminiscent of someone knocking. This signal was later acknowledged by the U.S. Coast Guard. The atmosphere was thick with cautious optimism. However, on the 22nd of June, an ROV stumbled upon a disheartening discovery. Close to the Titanic's bow, roughly 490 meters away, lay scattered debris. This unfortunate sight solidified the grievous realization that the Titan had met a tragic fate, shattered into oblivion, taking its passengers with it. A subsequent investigation identified a total of 5 significant pieces of debris. Later that day, the U.S. Coast Guard, in an official press conference, clarified that the earlier detected banging noises bore no correlation to the Titan. Preliminary conclusions pointed toward a catastrophic implosion as the cause of the submersible's demise. Contrary to explosions, which are characterized by outward force, implosions result from intense inward pressure, ultimately causing structures to collapse within themselves. The term catastrophic implosion underlines the sheer rapidity of this event, occurring in an infinitesimally small fraction of time. The implications were heart-wrenching. The passengers met their end instantaneously, in a fleeting moment that was too swift for human comprehension. Speculations arose regarding the materials that had been employed in the Titan's construction. Primarily made of carbon fiber, the Titan represented a bold divergence from the traditional steel, titanium, or aluminum constructs of submersibles. This innovative design was largely experimental, for carbon fiber's resilience and suitability at such profound oceanic depths remained uncharted territory. Sadly, this unfortunate incident seemed to highlight a grave oversight, suggesting that carbon fiber might not be the ideal material for such maritime ventures. Esteemed ocean explorer Robert Ballard, who famously unveiled the remains of the Titanic in 1985, weighed in on the Titan disaster. He poignantly remarked on the unprecedented nature of this tragedy. Despite having conducted countless dives using an assortment of vessels, not once had he witnessed the loss of a submarine or submersible in such a harrowing manner. Acclaimed filmmaker James Cameron, who not only crafted cinematic masterpieces such as Titanic and Avatar, but also embarked on numerous deep-sea expeditions, echoed Ballard's sentiments. He juxtaposed the inherent risks of underwater exploration to the dangers of everyday activities, suggesting, if you look at our history, it's arguably safer to be in a submarine like Alvin, which I've spent significant time in, than it is driving on I-95. Cameron further highlighted the grim contrast between the untouched titanium caps found on the ocean floor and the shattered remnants of Titan's carbon fiber body. In no uncertain terms, he admonished the makers of Titan for neglecting critical safety standards. A deeper delve into the mindset and philosophy of OceanGate's CEO reveals an alarming disregard for safety. Back in 2019, an extensive article in the Smithsonian Magazine captured the CEO's candid perspectives. He dismissed the U.S. Passenger Vessel Safety Act of 1993, which emphasized passenger safety as an impediment to commercial innovation. The CEO's alarming take on safety was laid bare in yet another interview, where he audaciously remarked, "At some point, safety is just pure waste. I mean, if you just want to be safe, stay cocooned in bed, don't venture out in a car, don't attempt anything." This cavalier attitude towards safety regulations was further underscored when he admitted to flouting rules during Titan's construction, notably the use of carbon fiber and titanium. His justification was predicated on what he deemed logic and sound engineering. However, voices from within his own organization rang alarm bells. As early as January 2018, OceanGate's Director of Marine Operations, David Lockridge, raised concerns regarding the Titan's safety. His qualms were sidelined, propelling him to seek legal intervention, demanding a thorough safety assessment and certification for the submersible. The subsequent court skirmish ended in a settlement later that year. Still, the saga of concern continued. On the 27th of March in the same year, a consortium of 36 esteemed individuals, encompassing industry leaders, renowned oceanographers, and deep-sea explorers, penned a collective letter addressed to Stockton Rush, the CEO. They fervently cautioned against OceanGate's experimental approach, underscoring the potential for a grievous mishap. Another deep-sea specialist's email to Rush from March 2018 warned of the palpable risks he was exposing both himself and his clientele to. Ironically, echoing the infamous proclamation associated with the original Titanic, Rush was heard repeating, "She is unsinkable." The original Titanic's hubris lay in the widespread belief of its invulnerability, a belief that was catastrophically disproven on its fateful maiden voyage. Now history seemed to be echoing itself with the Titan. Tragically, Stockton Rush's name is now etched in the annals of history alongside other inventors tragically and ironically claimed by their own creations. This poignant tale stands as a stark reminder of the paramount importance of safety standards and regulations, urging that they never be taken lightly or disregarded. In the vast expanse of the ocean, the Titan story stands as a haunting testament to the consequences of overlooking safety. Just as we must respect the depths and mysteries of the sea, let us remember to cherish and support the voices that bring such tales to light. If this story resonated with you, or if you've learned something new today, please hit that like button. Your comments, thoughts, and reflections are valuable. Share them below to keep this crucial dialogue alive. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel, ensuring you never miss out on such compelling stories. Dive deep into knowledge with us, and together, let's ensure the lessons of history are never forgotten.